This is a drama series called The Rawabi School for Girls. The next day at school, Mariam walks into the cafeteria to see Dina with a group of bullies. They are making her compete with the girl to see who can eat more. The girls make fun of them, but a naive Dina thinks that they are laughing with her, not at her. After the competition, Mariam tells Dina that she is being made fun of, but the girl refused to listen to her. She argues that it was fun and goes back to her new friends. Later that day, the school is organizing a charity festival event where the boys from other schools are also allowed to come. As soon as school is all over, the girls run to the bathroom to get ready. It is packed with several of them doing their hair and makeup, while Mariam is in a style getting ready for the plan. She's also get a text from Yazin, who is going to be at the festival lately. She has been so preoccupied with the police that she has hardly talked to him. Meanwhile, Liana and Rania are excited because both their boyfriends will also be at the festival. Liane takes a picture of herself with her bra strap showing, sent to her boyfriend. Rukaya, who is more received and conservative than the other two, is shocked when she warns them that the guy might send it to someone else. They jokingly call her a brood. Rukaya knows that they are not joking and actually think of her as a stuck up to fit in with them. She claims that she has also been talking to a guy on Facebook for a week, but he hardly has any clear pictures of him on his profile. Liane and Rania saying that is a sketchy, but Rukaya seems to be smitten with the guy. When Dina comes out of the bathroom, the girls are overly nice to her. Rukaya offers to help her remove a stain from her white jeans, but instead she applies red nail polish on and take a picture. They soon posted it online and make a fool out of Dina. Everyone laughs at her and she runs away, crying. When she is sadness alone, Mariam approaches her. Dina apologizes for being rude and the friends reconcile. Mariam also tells her about the plan to sabotage Liane in her group. When Nov finds out that she shared the plan with Dina, she freaks out. If anyone finds out about it, she will immediately be expelled and no other school will take her. Since the plan is a serious matter for her, she doesn't want to involve an outsider like Dina. Eventually, Mariam and Nov get into a fight because of matter. Nov refuses to help and walks away. Mariam is back to where she started because the next part of the plan was entirely based on Nov and her hacking skill. A few hours later, the festival starts and many people gather at the school. Mariam and Dina are in the cookie stall when Nov approaches them and agrees to help them again. She still doesn't like Dina, but is willing to give her a chance. The girls finally realize that the secret guy Rukaya has been talking for the last week is Mariam. They are planning to use the non-existent guy to get Rukaya in trouble. Since Liana and Rania were preoccupied with their boyfriend, Rukaya will be alone for most of the night, so it is the best time to strike her. Following that, Liane sings a song for everyone while Miss Abir keeps the girl and boys in the audience from getting a bit too close. After the performance, Mariam is approached by Yazin. He tries conversing with her, but she was too occupied with Liane to focus. Eventually, Yazin calls her out for being an awful friend and break up with her. The commotion doesn't bother Mariam too much because she honestly goes back to analyzing the police. Elsewhere, Liane, Rania and their boyfriend are in a private area far from the crowd. Rukaya feels out of place because the couples talk to each other and she has nothing to do. Mariam texts her as the fake guy and keeps her entertained. When the couples get hungry, they ask Rukaya to bring them drinks and food because she's free anyway. She reluctantly obliges and go back to the festival. As Rukaya is buying drinks, Dina spills them on her to keep her distracted for a while longer. Meanwhile, Nov sends Miss Abir after Liane and Rania so they would flee to the location they were hanging out at. The plan works effectively, and when Rukaya returns, she sees her friend have ditched her. She even tries to call them, but no one picks up the phone. Frustrated, she leaves the drinks on the bench and goes to look for them. Eventually, she finds them in the cafeteria, but the girls are not apologetic at all. They laugh it off and they claim that they were distracted, having had enough of them. Rukaya leaves to spend the night on her own. At the same time, Dina takes a picture of the couple in the cafeteria. Rukaya is now in her own and only has her secret boyfriend to talk to, taking advantage of her vulnerability. Mariam sends her a picture of a random guy and asks for her picture without her hijab. The picture is a link that will give her access to Rukaya's social media, thinking it is a photo of her secret boyfriend. Rukaya clicks on it and falls right into the trap. Rukaya goes to the bathroom and takes a picture as her boyfriend had asked. She sends it to Mariam to prove that she isn't not approved. Now with the picture and the access to her social media, the group can finally execute the last step of the plan. Only a minute later, the picture is uploaded to Facebook from Ruqayyah's page. Everyone at the festival start to look at her and whisper. When she's finally opened her phone, she freezes in shock. Several people have commented under her post calling her immodest. Everyone sees the picture of Ruqayyah without her hijab. When she starts to hyperventilate in front of the crowd, her friends come by her side to help her. Later, her mother talks to the principal and prominently withdraws her from the school. She's also calls Ruqayyah a broken vase that no one will want to marry. The next day, Mrs. Abir informs her classmates that Ruqayyah will never be returning to school. Leanne and Rania are furious at the big boyfriend who tricked the poor girl into taking the picture. They text him on his fake Facebook saying that they will make him pay for what he did. Mariam sees the text and replies back with a snarky comment. Dina, on the other hand, doesn't feel good about what they did. The police used to pull stupid pranks on them, but in turn, they have completely ruined Ruqayyah's life. Still, Mariam doesn't feel a hint of regret and is ready to go for the second target. Nov is somewhere in the middle. She knows that what they did was too much, but also feels like Ruqayyah deserved it. Later, Nov gets a notification saying that Rania's boyfriend, Ahmed, has followed her on Instagram. She remembers that he had complimented her on the day of the charity event. She doesn't think much of it and follows him back. When Rania gets a hint of this, she slams Nov into the wall, threatening her to stay away from her boyfriend. This time, Nov doesn't back down and refuses to unfollow him. Enraged, Rania threw her phone to the ground and shattered it. Next, we see Rania leading her classmates during gym class. The girls are eagerly awaiting the result of the trials. Leanne and Rania are sure that they will be selected, but the gym teacher announced Mariam's name instead of Leanne. According to her, an individual should have a good attitude alongside being a good sportsman to be selected. Since Leanne didn't show good sportsmanship, Mariam was selected in her place. Leanne, who feels entitled to everything, she wants a furious. After the accident, when Mariam is alone in the shower room, she spies on her. After she leaves, Leanne snoops through her bag and finds her journal. Fortunately for Mariam, she hasn't mentioned her plan in the notebook, but she has written about how she is struggling with her mental health. To get back at her for taking her spot, Leanne tears a page of the notebook and spreads them around the school. Everyone starts calling Mariam crazy and argues her to go to a mental hospital. Seeing her most personal thoughts being passed around, Mariam feels broken. She hides inside the bathroom stall and breaks down crying. At the same time, Leanne and her group of friends find her in the stall and throw her page at her. Even after they walk away, Mariam can't get herself to go to the class. She stayed there for the next period and it's later approached by Dina. Dina tries to cheer her up, but Mariam has had enough of the bullying. She doesn't even want to take revenge and it's ready to transfer to another school if it means the girls leaving her alone. Nov tries convincing her otherwise, but it doesn't work. Nov doesn't want the police to win, but to Mariam they have already won. For the next few days, they shuts out everyone, including her friends. Her therapist sees that she is not angry anymore, but mistakes her numbness for healing. In reality, Mariam has spiraled into a depression, and her only way out is to take revenge. Meanwhile, Ruqayyah has not been picking up her phone or replying to text. Leanne and Rania are worried, so they go to her house to check up on her. Although nervous about talking to Ruqayyah's mother, they knock on the door and wait for a reply. Ruqayyah's mother refused to let them in and orders them to stop calling. The girls leave half-heartedly while Ruqayyah watches them from her room. Her mother calls her a disgrace to the family and compares her to her sister, who are way more beautiful and modest. Ruqayyah has no one but herself to rely on. Mariam has completely ruined her life, as she will not be allowed to go to any school. The following scenes, we see Nov and Dina meet at Dina's house. They do not want to let Mariam lose hope that easily. Mariam is about to tell her mother about her plans to change school, but stops when she gets a text from Dina calling her over. She rushes to her house thinking that Dina must be in trouble, but find out otherwise. Dina is overheard the police planning to sneak out during their school trip. They will surely meet their boyfriends that night, which means the girls have the opportunity to catch them red-handed. Dina also showed them a picture she took of Lena and Rania and their boyfriends in the night of the festival. They sent the picture to Leanne through a fake Facebook profile in hopes of making her nervous. As soon as the police clicks on the picture, Nov hacks their social media and gain access to them, using the information they plan when and where to attack the girl.